I'm still doing my thing.
Yeah.
I'm still
This one goes out to all my friends.
This is Dr. Middleton from the Urban Family Chiropractic Life Center. Welcome to another Quick Tip Tuesday. You do know that force fields and energy shields and deflector shields are fictional at this point, right? I'm just checking because I want to make sure you know that they are fictional. The topic reminds me of a story about my son. He was about 8 years old at the time. It was the evening after he received his first cavity filling. He was not happy about those 2 shots he had to get in his gums. Later that evening, I remember him running into the room to tell me that his lip was really hurting. It did look painful. As a matter of fact, it was big and swollen. My first thought was, did he have some type of allergic reaction to the anesthetic? But when I looked a little closer, I noticed about 8 to 10 small cuts in the inside of his lower lip. So I had to ask him, son, have you been biting on your lip?
I've been biting my lip. I thought I had a force field around me. I was biting.
But you know what? I could really respect that. I mean, he was thinking like an 8-year-old boy. But right now, I have some strong concerns about millions of Americans who are adults that have the same type of thinking when it comes to receiving the COVID-19 vaccination. Across the country, millions of people have received the vaccination. And across the country, millions of people feel as though they have a deflector shield force field around them. Those vaccines are not force fields. I'm hearing all types of stories. Everyone in my family has been vaccinated, so we are going on a vacation. We're going to start sitting down in the restaurants when we go out to dinner. We're going to have a party. Not one of those drive-by parties either. We're going up in the club. I've been vaccinated. Give me a hug. Been vaccinated. Give me a kiss. Hey, to be vaccinated or not, that is absolutely your choice. And receiving these types of vaccinations does not mean you can't contract COVID-19. Not only can you contract COVID-19, you can still spread COVID-19, even when the vaccination prevents you from getting sick. We still have to be careful. I'm seeing people in stores, in restaurants, and large gatherings with no mask. I've been surrounded by a few hundred people, me being the only person with a mask. Shields are up when you wear a mask. Force fields are intact when you keep the appropriate social distance. I hate when people come up and stand close behind me in checkout line. Just because you have been vaccinated does not mean you have a COVID protective field around you. It makes no sense whatsoever for you to test the waters. I told you before, I'm game for a good conspiracy theory, but I'm not willing to risk my life to prove a point. I'm not willing to put my elderly family members in jeopardy to prove a point. Besides, has a person ever put on a bulletproof vest and say, okay, shoot me in the chest and let's see if it works? Someone's done that. That's not a good example. Has a person ever put on fireproof clothes and say, hey, light me up and let's see if it works? Yeah, someone's done that. That's not a good example. Have you ever seen a person put on insect repellent and then go jump into a swarm of mosquitoes or bugs? Oh, I've done that myself. Raid in those ants. Those ants tore me up. These examples just not working. So I didn't prove the point well. But just understand, in order for us to stay safe, we must remember to wear masks and keep our social distancing. Thank you for watching this Quick Tip Tuesday. And the next time I'll still be here doing my thing.
No such thing as a force field.
Well, not for COVID-19.
No.